Rest is not laziness, it's trust in God's power. Resting in God shows that you believe He's capable of handling what you cannot. You've been taught that rest is weakness. That if you're not grinding, pushing, hustling, sweating, stressing, then you're falling behind. Culture told you to rise and grind. But I came to break that lie today. Because *** rest is not laziness, it's radical trust in God's power ***. Rest says, God, I know you've got this better than I ever could. Rest says, God, I'm taking my hands off, not because I'm giving up, but because you never did. You think you're being responsible by carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You think you're being strong because you never slow down. But let me ask you ***, how's that working for you? ***, if you're still exhausted, still anxious, still overwhelmed, maybe it's not a sign of strength. Maybe it's a sign of ***, self-reliance ***. We love to say, God is in control, but our actions say, I better fix this myself. We claim to believe He's sovereign, but we can't sleep at night unless the spreadsheet is perfect, the plan is airtight, the backup plan has a backup plan, and meanwhile, God is in heaven like ***. If you just sit down for a second, I could show you I already made a way. ***, faith is not proven by how much you do. Sometimes it's proven by how much you can trust God *** when you stop doing. ***, when you rest, you're not just saying I believe. You're ***, living like you believe ***. And that takes more courage than any hustle ever will. It's like saying, God, I know the bills are due, but I also know you're my provider. God, I know the situation looks impossible, but I also know you specialize in the impossible. God, I know I feel behind, but I also know you're not bound by time. You're never late. I'm not telling you to be lazy. I'm not telling you to ignore your responsibilities. I'm telling you there's a difference between working ** from peace ** and working ** from panic ***. When you work from rest, you're walking in rhythm with grace. When you work from panic, you're trying to play God, and that job's already taken. Rest isn't giving up. Rest is giving it ** to God ***. And when you do, that's when He starts doing what you never could. God completed creation before you even began. God rested on the seventh day, not because He was tired, but because He was done. And some of what you're praying for is already finished. Before you ever took your first breath, God had already finished the work. Do you hear me? Before you ever cried your first cry, before you filled out your first resume, before you had a dream in your heart or a struggle in your path, ***, God already completed the blueprint of your purpose ***. He didn't start when you showed up. He started and * finished * before you were even formed. Genesis 2:2 says, on the seventh day, God finished His work and He rested. But catch this, ***, God didn't rest because He was tired. ***, God doesn't get tired. He rested because He was * done *. He looked at everything He had made and said, it is good. Now, why is that important for you right now, in the middle of your stress, your confusion, your breakdown? Because some of the things you're begging God to do, He already did. You're asking for provision. He's saying, I already made the way. Just walk in it. You're praying for healing. He's saying, by my stripes, it's already done. You're stressing about the future. And God's saying, ***, I wrote your ending before your beginning. ***, listen, God doesn't work in real time like you do. He exists outside of time. He's not surprised by your detour. He's not thrown off by your delay. You might feel behind, but ***, He's ahead ***. He's already been in your tomorrow. He's already set things up. He's already aligned the people. the opportunities, the breakthrough. But here you are, still trying to create what He's already completed. We serve a God who finishes before He starts, a God who completes the picture before you even pick up the brush. That means you're not fighting for victory, you're fighting *** from victory ***. That changes the whole game. So instead of striving to make something happen, maybe you need to align with what already happened. Instead of begging God to move, maybe you need to believe that He already did. Stop exhausting yourself trying to earn what grace already gave. Stop panicking trying to figure it all out ***. God already worked it out. The reason rest is powerful is because it acknowledges the finished work of God. Rest is agreement. Rest is worship. Rest is saying, God, I trust that You've already gone before me, so I can live like it. Because what you're waiting for, He's already written it. Faith begins where striving ends. Your effort isn't what brings God's promises to pass. Your trust is. Some of you are worn out not because God asked you to carry it, but because you never learned how to let go. You've been striving, pushing, sweating, planning, controlling, and you call it faith, but really, it's fear in disguise. You're trying to prove something to God that He never asked you to prove. You're trying to earn what He already offered for free. Faith doesn't begin when you're working hardest. Faith begins when you stop trying to do what only God can do. You've been told, if you want it, go get it. You've been told, don't wait, make it happen. And yes, God honors diligence, God honors effort, God honors stewardship. But there's a fine line between faith and control, and some of y'all crossed it a long time ago. God's not asking you to stop showing up. He's asking you to stop ***, straining like He isn't standing beside you ***. He's asking you to stop treating prayer like a last resort and start using it like a first response. He's asking you to surrender, not because He's trying to take from you, but because ***, He's trying to carry what's crushing you ***. That's why Jesus said in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." He didn't say, "Come to me when you figure it all out." He didn't say, "Come to me when your life looks perfect." He said, "Come to me **weary, come to me *burdened, I've got rest." Faith begins when striving ends. Not because effort is bad, but because effort becomes idolatry when it replaces trust **. You can't worship your work and worship your God at the same time. You can't hold the wheel and expect Him to drive. It's one or the other. Some of you are still trying to prove your worth through performance. You think, if I work harder, God will bless me more. If I just push more, grind more, stress more, maybe I'll see the breakthrough. But God is saying your breakthrough is not in your grind. It's in your *** grip, letting go ***. Let go. Not of discipline, not of obedience, but of the idea that it's you making it happen. When you stop striving, that's where faith steps in. That's where grace flows. That's where peace lives. That's where God says, now that you've stopped trying to be me, I can finally show you what I've already done. Rest activates revelation in stillness. God speaks clearly. Rest creates space for divine instruction. Sometimes God doesn't shout, He whispers. And the reason you can't hear Him right now isn't because He stopped speaking. It's because you've been too loud to listen. You've been running on empty, chasing deadlines, drowning in distraction, scrolling your way into spiritual deafness. But let me tell you something straight. ***, revelation isn't found in chaos. Revelation is born in quiet. Asterisk asterisk and rest is what clears the static so you can finally hear the frequency of heaven. You've been asking God for answers. You've been praying, God, show me what to do. God, give me clarity. But when's the last time you sat still long enough to listen? When's the last time you created space, not just in your calendar, but in your soul, for God to speak? You want a word from the Lord, but you're filling every gap with noise, noise from people, noise from pressure, noise from your own overthinking. And God is like, I'm not competing with your chaos. You think God only shows up in big moments. You think he speaks with thunder, with lightning, with fire from heaven. But go back to Elijah on that mountain. God wasn't in the wind. He wasn't in the earthquake. He wasn't in the fire. Asterisk asterisk, he was in the whisper. Asterisk asterisk, and the whisper requires stillness. The whisper requires focus. The whisper requires rest. Some of your greatest revelations will come in your most surrendered moments. Some of the clearest direction you'll ever receive will show up when you stop trying to force clarity and just asterisk asterisk. Be still in his presence asterisk asterisk. Because when you rest, your spirit becomes receptive. Your mind stops racing, your heart stops striving, and you begin to hear what's always been there asterisk asterisk, a voice that says, this is the way, walk in it. Asterisk asterisk, you've been so busy trying to figure out next move that you haven't realized God already mapped it out. But he's not going to scream it over your distractions. He wants intimacy. He wants relationship. He wants you to asterisk asterisk rest not just physically, but spiritually, so he can release the revelation you've been begging for. Asterisk asterisk, you don't need more hustle to hear God. You need more hush. You don't need more pressure. You need more peace. Rest is not a break from your calling. It's how you asterisk asterisk realign with it asterisk asterisk. Rest isn't weakness. It's a weapon that opens your ears and sharpens your spirit. While you sleep, God strategizes, God works the night shift. Just because you don't see him moving doesn't mean he's not. God doesn't clock out when you do. He doesn't rest when you sleep. Asterisk asterisk, he works the night shift. Asterisk asterisk, while you're tossing and turning, worried about how it's all gonna play out, he's already in tomorrow, aligning answers to prayers you haven't even prayed yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because asterisk you asterisk can't see it doesn't mean asterisk asterisk. He's not doing it asterisk asterisk. Heaven doesn't go silent when your head hits the pillow. That's when God goes to work. You think nothing's happening because you don't feel anything changing. But God doesn't always move in the obvious. He moves in the secret, in the background, in the spaces you can't touch and the places you can't see. While you're sleeping, God is shifting hearts. While you're sleeping, he's rerouting plans, softening enemies, opening doors that your effort could never force open. Some of the greatest miracles in the Bible happened in the dark. Don't miss that. When Adam was created, he was asleep. When Eve was brought forth, it was while Adam rested. When Joseph received his divine dream, it wasn't in a strategy meeting. It was in his asterisk asterisk sleep asterisk asterisk. When Jesus was raised from the dead, it wasn't in front of a crowd. It was behind a stone, in silence, when no one was watching. And you're over here thinking God forgot you because it's quiet. No, it's quiet because asterisk asterisk God does his best work in the stillness. Asterisk asterisk, you don't have to see it to believe it. Faith says, even when I can't track him, I trust him. Even when I can't trace his hand, I believe in his heart. While you rest, God is running interference. He's organizing your breakthrough. He's orchestrating a better outcome than you could imagine. You're losing sleep over battles that don't belong to you. You're fighting wars God already won, and he's saying, lay it down, close your eyes, I've got it covered. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's what trust looks like. Trust doesn't mean you stop caring. Trust means you stop controlling. You think rest is unproductive, but in God's kingdom, rest is prophetic. It's declaring, God, I trust you to do more with my surrender than I could ever do with my stress. So while you sleep, he moves. While you breathe, he builds. While you rest, he works. Spiritual rest is an act of war against anxiety. When you rest, you resist fear. Peace is a weapon. Anxiety wants you frantic. Fear wants you fidgeting. Worry wants you pacing the floor, checking your phone, rechecking the bank account, overthinking the conversation, running 1,000 what-if scenarios in your head. But rest, real, holy, God, breathed rest, is warfare. Every time you choose peace in the middle of panic, you are declaring war on the enemy's lies. Every time you choose to be still when everything around you is screaming to react, you are shaking hell. This isn't passive. This isn't weakness. This is a spiritual counterattack. When you rest in God, you are resisting the very spirit of fear that's trying to grip your life. That's why the enemy hates your rest, because rest proves you trust God. Rest says, I'm not going to lose my mind even when everything looks like it's falling apart. Rest says, I don't need to understand all the details when I know who's in control. Rest says, peace is not a feeling, peace is a person, and his name is Jesus. You think you're just lying down, but in the spirit, you're taking ground. You think you're just sitting still, but you're actually standing firm. You think you're being still, but you're being bold. Psalm 23 doesn't say, he drives me into chaos. It says, he makes me lie down in green pastures. That's not a suggestion, that's a command from a shepherd who knows your soul needs space to breathe. That's a God who fights for you while you rest in him. And let me tell you something, peace is not the absence of problems, it's the presence of God. So when you rest, you're saying, I'm not ignoring reality. I'm just choosing a higher reality. I'm choosing to believe that the God who calmed storms with a word, who walked on waves, who slept through the chaos on a boat, that God lives in me. So I don't have to respond to every storm with panic. I can respond with peace. Rest isn't just about self-care, it's about soul-care. It's about taking your hands off and lifting them up in surrender. And when you do that, when you choose peace over pressure, stillness over striving, trust over torment, you're not backing down. You're fighting back, you're reminding the enemy that your hope is not based on circumstance, it's anchored in Christ. And that's a fight you win on your knees. That's a fight you win in rest.